dear learners, hope you all are well. Welcome back to the online classes. So for today's class, we are going to conduct a special session on English second part, and especially it's from our grammatical portion. So as per the sequence of our earlier classes, we are going to discuss the topic capitalization and punctuation marks. So today it's part number 3. On the earlier classes, we have discussed some rules over capitalization, and in the later class, we had discussed some rules over punctuation marks. Specifically, it was about commas. So today we will discuss something new. That means another one, and it is also from punctuation marks. So let us see what is it. So it is basically uses of period or full stop. So full stop is also known as periods. Okay, so by seeing the symbol on the screen, you can sense that today we are going to discuss, or today we are going to have a session on full stop or period. I repeat, full stop is also known as the period. Okay, so let us see what's the rules are there. Primary use of a full stop is to end a sentence. We basically use full stop to mark the ending of a complete sentence. So the primary use of a full stop is to end a sentence. It's a very common rule, so I think you won't have any difficulty in understanding this first rule. So according to the rule, let us have the example, like Ria is happy to see her parents. So it's a complete sentence. To end the sentence, we have used full stop mark. Okay, Ria is happy to see her parents. It's a complete sentence. So it's a declarative sentence. For you better ideas, I would like to share one thing, that if it is a complete sentence, moreover, if it is a declarative sentence, you can use the full stop or the period in order to mark the ending of that sentence. Okay, so that was the very first rule over period or full stop. Let us go through the second one. So the second one is its second important use is for abbreviations. Its second important use is for abbreviation. That means abbreviation এর জন্য আমরা ফুল স্টপ ব্যবহার করতে পারি. Abbreviation means যে সংক্ষেপে যে আমরা সংকেতগুলো ব্যবহার করি. হ্যাঁ, like my brother is an MA. MA here stands for masters and A stands for of arts. That means masters of arts. So my brother is an MA. So similarly, just after M, in between M and A, here we have used the periods or full stops. So similarly, BA, MBBS, LMF, LA, so LM, so all these type of abbreviations will be using the full stops. It is it was also discussed in the earlier, but if an abbreviated phrase is pronounced, we do not include periods. So আমরা বলেছি যে এটার একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট ইউজ হচ্ছে অ্যাব্রিভিয়েশন, বাট কখনো কখনো আমরা অ্যাব্রিভিয়েশন হলেও মাঝে মাঝে আমরা এটা ইগনোর করব. সেটা কখন? যখন আমরা একটা অ্যাব্রিভিয়েটেড ফ্রেজকে প্রোনাউন্স করব. অর্থাৎ দেখবে মাঝে যেমন কিছু কিছু শর্ট ফর্ম থাকে, যেমন নাসা, হ্যাঁ, UCLA, বাট উই ডোন্ট ইউজ দ্য পিরিয়ডস অর ফুল স্টপস ইন বিটুইন দিস লেটার্স. So why should we use the full stops in between the abbreviation? Because there is a difference between abbreviation and the abbreviated phrase. Okay, so that's why for abbreviated phrase we can't use the dot, or we may say full stop in between the letters, as we can use the letters, the full stop in between the letters, like if it is about degree, okay, or if it is about title. As for example, I would like to give one thing, that see, he works for NASA, as Miss has already mentioned. In between the letters in the word NASA, we are not using full stop. Why? Because it's an abbreviated phrase. Okay, so not n dot a dot s dot a NASA. It will be in a together form like NASA. It will be not in different modes like n dot a dot s dot a. Okay. Number C, in the case of a word like etc., we always include the period or full stop. I repeat, in the case of a word like etc., we always include the period or full stop. আমরা সাধারণত যখন লিখি যে ধরো কমা দিয়ে দিয়ে অনেকগুলো আমরা এর আগে ক্লাসে তো পড়েছি যে কমার ব্যবহার, তখন আমরা দেখেছি একটা লিস্টে যখন সবগুলো আইটেমকে আমি উল্লেখ করতে যাই তখন প্রত্যেকটা আইটেমের পরে আমরা কি করি একটা একটা করে কমা দিই। তো এভাবে কমা দিতে দিতে একদম লাস্টে গিয়ে আমরা কি লিখি এক্সেট্রা, তাই না? দেখো অনেকগুলো আমরা নাম লেখার পর সাপোজ ইফ ইউ আর আস্কড টু সে the name of some flowers, then you may say that water lily, rose, china rose, okay, tulip, etc. So that etc. So after the short form of etc, here after etc you can use full stop. Okay, so we always include the period or full stop just after the short form of etc. I think you don't need any example over this rule because it's a very simple one. Number D is after the titles the period is used. I repeat, period means here full stop. So full stop is also called period. Okay, it's basically common in American English. No, so much less no in also British. So after titles the period is used. It is also like the earlier one, number B, where its second important use is for abbreviations. So if it is about here, title means the degree of, okay, so after the titles the period is used. Suppose doctor, so dr, after dr we use a full stop, so that point mark is basically a full stop. Or after Mr. or Mrs., Miss, okay, so after the titles we use which of the punctuation marks? We use full stop or period. Let us have an example. Dr. Richards was a kind man. Dr. Richards was a kind man. Here doctor, dr, it stands for doctor, doctor. So just to make it in its abbreviated form, we have just mentioned it as dr, and just after the title doctor we have used a simple full stop. Okay, so in this way I hope you will make it out all the rules. So we are not having a long class over full stop, as the uses of full stops are really very easy. So let us go through once again the uses of full stops from the very beginning. Number A was like if it is a declarative sentence, to mark the ending of the sentence we will use what? We will use period or full stop. Period and full stop, the both are the same. It mentions only one thing. Okay, so like my father is a teacher, it's a complete sentence. So after the teacher, that means the time I completed the sentence, I have put a full stop. So number B, the use of full stop is basically for abbreviations. Okay, so whenever we are marking something in its abbreviated form, like if it is about any degree like MA, LM, MSc, BSc, CA, or BCom, MCom, okay, or LMF. Okay, so all these type of abbreviations will be in will be used what? Will be used the full stops or periods. So similarly, but yeah, sometimes if it is an abbreviated phrase, then we can't include periods or full stops like NASA, UNCL, okay, UPLA, etc. But in the case of a word like etc., after the etc. or the short form of etc., we have to use the period or full stop. Then the last one is after titles, the period is used. The period or full stop is used. So what's the titles? The titles like doctor, Mr., Mrs., okay, Miss, well this. Oh, so I hope the rules over the uses of full stops are quite clear to you. Hope you will keep practice this. You will keep practicing these rules, and of course you will go through the exercises also. So on the next class we will discuss anything else. That means again one of the punctuation marks. It can be exclamation mark or question mark or semicolon, okay, whatever it is. But the next class will be on again capitalization and punctuation marks. So till then keep practicing these rules and go through the rules again and again, so that you will have better ideas. And we will meet hopefully very soon. So till then, stay well and take care.